Alan from GAK.co.uk here with another GAK demonstration for you to hopefully enjoy. And today we're going to be checking out this awesome, very exciting head, this EVH 5150III 15W amplifier. So let me tell you the specifications of this amplifier. So what we have essentially is a 2-channel, brand new incarnation 15W 5150III by the people of EVH. So, sort of tubes wise, in the preamp we've got 4 ECC 83s, and in the power tube section we've got EL 84s. So let me just run you across the front panel as well. So we've got this sort of dual knob system going on here for each channel. So the white correlates to being the clean sort of channel, and then the black knob on top of that is for the overdrive channel essentially. You've got 2 channels, as you can see. You've got green and blue, green being the clean and blue being your drive, and it comes with this snazzy little circular foot switch as well. So going from furthest left to right, we've got our gain. So we've got the white and black knobs stacked on top of each other there. Then we have our low end, our mids, our high, and then we get to the master volume of the amplifier for each channel. So we have the white knob on the underneath and the black knob on the top. And then on the furthest right we have our presence. And on the back of the amplifier there is a resonance knob, so you get that chunky lower end. And then also, as you can see, we have the Boss digital delay, the DD7, which is running in the effects loop of the amplifier. So the amplifier is rated at 15 watts, but is also switchable down to 3.5 watts, which I think is what I have it set to in here right now, 3.5 watts. So you have the benefit of being able to play at home at low levels, but because you've got the sort of the dual master volume, you can get those chunkier tones and the shreddier bits out of the guitar amplifier that you wouldn't really necessarily be able to get out of like a huge amplifier. So you can flick it on 3.5 or flick it up to 15 watts, whatever you want, whatever you're doing, gigs, rehearsals, or just jamming at home. So it's a very cool piece of equipment. I'm very excited about EVH's gear because I have the EVH 5150III 50W amplifier head, which I love. So it's really cool, and I love all their gear. So the guitar that we're going to be throwing into the front end of this 5150 is always the very beautiful Jackson. This is a DK model. It's got it loaded with Seymour Duncan pickups, volume tone, 5-way select switch, hardtail, and you got the maple front and you got the maple back of the neck as well. Very cool. I think it's the fuchsia burst. I think it's probably my favorite Jackson finish I've seen so far. So let's get to it. We're going to start off with the clean tones, and I'll show you how you can sort of go from as clean as I could possibly make it to moving the gain and getting a sort of crunchy sort of sound. So let's get to it. So as you can hear, the amp has a good clean sound, which is obviously very useful. So what you can do is, if you bring the gain up, it does bring the volume up a touch. So I'm going to bring the gain up just up to there, and I'm going to bring the volume down a touch. and you'll get this sort of slightly a crunchier sound. Now, these amps are very hot. They're very, you know, very driven sounding amplifiers. So if you move the gain up as much as I have, even to halfway, you get quite a lot of change in the sound. So check it out. So obviously you can hear the sort of the change from being sort of as much as clean as you can make it on this amplifier to being a slightly crunchier sort of sound. And you can go even further with that. So I'm going to bring the drive quite high up, bring the volume down a touch again, and this is what you get this time. So there's all of those possibilities just out of the first channel. Now obviously if we move to the next channel, which is just by striking that button there and it changes to blue, then we get onto our super chunky high gain nonsense. So let's see what that guitar sounds like. That guitar, let's see what this channel sounds like with this guitar. So there is a lot of gain on tap with this amplifier. So let me just show you the sort of the differences. So this is with the drive, you know, moved essentially halfway back in the other direction. So you get this almost sort of classic rock sort of sound. You bring it up a touch more, so you get the halfway point, so 12 o'clock. Now that is so much gain, that's a lot of drive. Really percussive sort of sound to it. If you go past that 12 o'clock point, you start to go into the realms of like fluidity. You start going into the realms of lead playing. Because that percussiveness to me sort of disappears slightly, but that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing for your shred stickles sort of stuff. So if I engage the delay, this is what you get. So obviously, as you can hear, it goes into that really, really sort of lovely sort of creaminess. It's hard. Guitar description of sound is always a difficult one. You always resort to like smooth and creamy and liquidy and all that sort of stuff. But the percussive sort of sound, what I can really hear myself doing with an amplifier like this is having this sort of tone. Having that sort of sound and then putting an overdrive pedal on in front of it just for your widdly bits. Because then you've got more than enough drive there. Well, not so much as an overdrive pedal, more like a clean boost. Put a clean boost in front of it just to really push the front end a little bit more. So there's a quick demonstration of the EVH 5150III, the dual channel 15 watt amplifier. How cool is this amp? We've got them in stock now, so come into the store, give them a go yourself, and see what you think. They're really cool. So thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.